Hello and welcome to another episode of Good Clean Gaming. I'm your host Jalindo, and today we're playing more Euro Truck Simulator 2. So, yeah. I think we can get started here. And I wanted to... Oh, I was already sitting on top of it. I want to... Whoop. Go ahead and go in here. Service. Got everything repaired. Ding. Already done. Upgrade shop. We can get a new chassis. So, we have this chassis here. It's very weak. It's the starting chassis. We can upgrade to more wheels. You see the difference. You got an extra set of wheels. That's going to help us stay on the road a lot better. So hopefully get us a little more traction too. So confirm order. We now have an extra chassis. Look how strong that looks. That's exciting. Another thing we got is a skill point from the last episode. And we're going to keep with the idea of unlocking more and more types of deliveries so that we can keep getting close by deliveries. So we already have the flammable. Remember the best way to level up fast is long distance, but we've already got flammable. I think I'm going to go with, I think that's non-flammable. Nope. Dangerous, wet, sodium. Okay, that's dangerous when wet. This one is poison. This one is corrosive substances, non-flammable gas, explosives. Let's haul some explosives. Sure. So that's done. Let's look at what loads we have available to us. We can go any of those places in England, but we don't want to. So we're going to be heading to Hamburg, Germany from Amsterdam. So let's go ahead and take that one, and we'll get that taken care of. Heading out this way. Whoop. See how different it feels having an extra set of wheels on our truck. Should be interesting. Hopefully it'll be easier to get going, faster speeds, and get more traction when pulling a heavy load, things like that. Whoop. I don't know exactly how much it'll have an impact on that. I know back when I was getting extra wheels in my older playthrough, it just made it a lot easier to stay on the road. At least that's what I remember of that. Take job and get off the edge. There we go. And go ahead and grab this thingy bopperino right here. Whoop. That was close. Boop. And we're gonna make a left turn. And go ahead and get out the door here. Go ahead and get out the door. That's right. Taking a left, taking a left, taking a left right now. $50 kilometers per hour, that sounds about right. We'll head up to this red light and we'll sit here and stare at it. We're gonna make this red light uncomfortable, guys. Everybody stare at the red light. If everyone stares at it, it'll get uncomfortable and turn to green. Is everyone stare? Okay, the staring worked. Thank you, everyone who stared at the red light. It seems to have successfully turned to green. Good job, guys. Good job. I don't know, it definitely feels like I'm having an easier time getting up to speed with the extra wheels. I'm not sure if that's intended or not, but it seems to be the case. Can't wait to get a new cabin design on this thing. Staring at the red light. There we go. Sometimes you're just gonna honk at it. Honk, honk. Honk, honk. Get out the way. Also, turn from, green to red. Oh, it's dark. I need to have my lights on. Hehe. Gonna take a left. We're gonna be night driving in this episode. Or night driving to Hamburg. I didn't see anyone coming, so I assume no one's coming. Man, it's dark. This is a dark night. Not the movie. It's night with an N, not night with a K-N. 50. Oh, now it's 80. Why did I have to change so quickly? So let's test this idea. Is it easier to get up to 80? Let's find out. I don't know. It feels smoother. Maybe that's it. We're going to try to get this delivery delivered before we have to go to sleep, so we may need to hurry a little bit. According to this, I have 3 hours and 37 minutes before I need to stop for a rest, and this delivery is going to take 6 hours and 44 minutes. As such, we're going to see how quickly we can get it there. Hopefully we can cut down that time a little bit, because otherwise we're going to be passing out on the way to this delivery, and that won't be good. Didn't realize it was so late so quickly. I don't think we can take a nap on the way either. Oh, it is time remaining 20 hours. I guess we can take a nap. Yeah, we probably should do that. Let's go ahead and take a nap, just to make sure we're driving safely. We don't want to be an unsafe driver. So the next... Again with the full moon in the background there. Look in the rearview mirror. It's always a full moon. Weird. Oh. Guess we have to go this way. I think my map is on the wrong mode. There we go. Got our arrow back. Got our guidance system. So it's 3:39 a.m. We have this set to arrive around 9:47 a.m. However, we're going to be going to sleep and then waking up. We have enough time to do that, and we'll do that on the road up here. That'll push our delivery back way far, but it's better than driving in an unsafe situation. We seem to be making a good bit of money nowadays. With our drivers are getting a lot more profitable, a lot more efficient. My skills are going up in a way that is making at least the way I'm doing this fairly efficient. It would be a lot more profitable if I was doing a lot of long hauls, but short hauls are the least profitable, really. But it's fine. It'll work, because this is probably the fastest way we're going to get to every single city in the game. If we were taking a lot of long hauls across all of Europe, every haul would take, you know, an hour and a half. And, you know, we're talking about needing to make it to like 85 cities in the game right now. And that's a long time driving. So this will be a lot faster. And we'll get to see everything. Looks like there's construction up here. Gotta keep an eye out for a speed limit change. So those tend to happen suddenly when you're in construction. We're on the A1 inter-country highway, byway, autobahn. It's nice and quiet. There's nobody on the road. I can just kind of go the speed limit and enjoy the ride. Is that the sun coming up? I think, yep. You see that little redness in the horizon over there? The sun is going to be peeking up over that horizon, and it'll get brighter again. I don't know if we're going to hit a rest stop or not before that happens. Let's take a look at our little GPS device here. I see gas up ahead on the highway. I'm pretty sure there'll be a place to sleep up there as well. Katarina, one of our drivers, Katarina, has brought in 5,300 and something euro, and she has leveled up. Every time the driver that's working for you levels up, they're going to get more efficient and make more money. So that's awesome. Love to see that. Love to see that. Gonna go ahead and go across this intersection. I guess this exit ramp here. Just ignore it. Keep going towards our destination. We're going toward Osnabrück, and Bremen. 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 We're going towards Birmingham. Running a little low on gas. I think when we stop for a nap, we're also going to stop for some petrol. A couple liters of petrol. I did find out I was completely wrong on my earlier conjecture about liters. I was thinking about a 2-liter bottle when I said that there was 2 liters in a gallon. There's roughly 4 liters in a gallon. It's a little less than 4 liters, but that's a rough estimate about how much a gallon is if you need to convert those two. We do use liters in America, in the U.S. I should have said U.S., not America. Got to be precise, right? There's North America and South America. Technically, everyone in North America and South America you could consider to be American because they are North and South American. We can't really claim a monopoly on that word, can we? I did not stop in a place where a truck is allowed to sleep. How about over here? You gonna let me sleep over here? There. Thank you. Go ahead and take a nap real quick. Getting some rest. Loan installments in total of $5,788. Excuse me, euro were paid. We're gonna get back on the highway here, on the Autobahn, as it were, possibly. I have no idea. Up ahead on the right, we'll be getting some gas. Let's go ahead and run out in front of this semi-truck. Oh, I'm going to hit that edge. I can't do that. Whoa! That was scary. Okay, let's get out in the middle of here and take a right. If somebody runs out into me, it's not my fault. They should have slowed down. They knew better. Okay, we're good. Some petrol, a petrol station is up ahead. And we're gonna go get some liters of petrol. €1.55 per liter of petrol. Madness. That's some crazy petrol prices. $500 liters of petrol. Awesome. That's like 125 gallons of gas. Costs €734. I don't have a euro to dollar conversion looked up at this time. I'll have to look that up. I used to actually keep an eye on the euro to dollar conversion, but I haven't looked at that in a couple of years, I don't think. So I was looking at it mainly when the dollar was plummeting in value a couple years back. I was just incredibly interested how it would impact the global economy. And it was interesting. I think a lot of it was, you know, it used to be that it was so, for a while there, it was like actually cheaper to come to America as a tourist than for an American to go to other countries as a tourist. So it was interesting, that's for certain. I always find it interesting to when people get to see the other side of the coin. You know, people get so used to, you know, this idea of our stuff's better than your stuff, our ideas are better than your ideas, our culture is better than your culture, yada yada yada. And so when they actually get to see the other side of the coin, it usually can be eye-opening. If they have an open mind about it, it can be an eye-opening experience. Being able to see how other people's live can actually completely change your viewpoint on everything. Just ask pretty much anybody who's gone, you know, on a trip to, like, you know, third world country, or, you know, helping out after a natural disaster and things like that. It completely changes your perspective when you go from the life that you're probably leading right now, watching me on YouTube, to seeing, you know, some of that stuff. I, for one, can only sympathize. I can't really empathize because I haven't done a whole lot of stuff like that. I know people who are much more well-traveled than I am. I unfortunately have been... I study other cultures, and I study other ideas, and I study other histories of the world and things like that. But I don't get a chance to see a lot of the things firsthand. So I can only take people's words for a lot of the stuff. I've gotten to travel a good bit in the U.S. I've gotten to go to a lot of states in the U.S. For work, and that's been interesting to see. I did think it's kind of interesting that just going between different airports in the same country, you can see so many differences in just the type of people, the way people dress, what kinds of people you run into, different ethnicities, just all kinds of stuff like that. You see this wonderful, like, mosaic of each area, and it's kind of cool. It really is kind of cool. And then you have to take it with a grain of salt, knowing that, you know, if you land in an airport, not everyone who's in that airport lives in that area. It's, you know, a lot of people are coming to that area, a lot of people are leaving that area, and a lot of people are just passing through that area. So, you know, a lot of people are vacationing there. Some people are leaving there for vacation. And so you get to see this just very broad range of, you know, people who are in that area. My phone is vibrating. I'm going to get that later, because I don't want you guys to be listening to my phone calls. You don't want to be listening to my phone calls. You're not the no. I won't go with the obvious joke there. Listening to phone calls joke that's been a little overused lately. I know who would like to listen to my phone calls and who probably is. Okay. Oh, I'm going 90. I should be going 80. My bad. I'll call them back after I make my delivery. We got to make it on time to Hamburg. Again, 80 kilometers per hour is the speed limit. That's roughly 50 miles per hour. Whoop, 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 whoop. Dangerous car. That car is so dangerous, staying right in the middle of his own lane. What is he, crazy? You gotta take up at least a lane and a half. That way you got a nice wide berth. See? Like this. At least a lane and a half. Preferably two. That's right. That's a lane and a half. That's about 150 centilanes or 1,500 millilanes. Just for, you know, just to help understand the amount. Whoop. Whoop. Blue car. Oh. Windowless van. What are they trying to get? Oh, they're trying to pass those big transfer trucks. Transfer trucks. Tractor trailer, transfer, tractor, semi, lorry, trucks. Whoop. That's an ugly color car. Actually, it's a pretty color car because somebody owns it. Colors are an interesting thing. Colors are another one of those subjective things that, you know, some people love a certain color, some people hate a certain color. And color preferences change over time. And there's interesting kind of biases towards different color bases and color types. Gender-based color preferences, and I'm sure there's ethnic color preferences. I assume if you grow up in a country where, you know, the colors in the United States, for example, for the flag is red, white, and blue, right? And so red, white, and blue are pretty popular colors in the U.S. And then you go to somewhere like Germany, I think theirs is, I'm going to get this wrong, and I apologize to my German friends, aren't the German colors brown, black, and red? That could be Belgium. I got to look at my flag colors again. I actually was doing this thing for a while where I was memorizing all the flags of the world just so I could understand when I see a symbol of a country, I know what country they're talking about. I kind of gave up after, like, Andorra. So I was going alphabetically through all the flags of the world, and I gave up at Andorra. I couldn't even get through the A's. Go me. So anyway, I'll look up those flags. Some of those flags, I just like, you know, some of the, I'm sure people think the same thing about the U.S. flag, but some of the flags get a little hard to decipher because a lot of flags are just 3 horizontal bands or, you know, 3 vertical bands of color, and you know, you got to remember which colors are which and in which order in order to know which flag you're talking about. Kind of craziness. Anyway, what was I talking about? I have no idea. Oh yeah, colors. So colors of the flag can sometimes determine what colors are popular in a certain area. So in the U.S., red, white, and blue are all very popular colors because they're all related to the kind of national, I guess, natural patriotic identity of a country. So I have to wonder, you know, in other countries where the national color, the national flag is like, has a brown, is brown more popular there? You know, if you go to a country and, let's take another color like black, is black more popular there? I've always wondered stuff like that. And gender roles too, you know, for a long time, you know, and it still really is the case, to be perfectly honest, it really hasn't changed all that much. Blue was considered the boy color. Pink was considered the girl color, and still is, really. When someone's going to have a child and they think it's going to be a boy, or it is going to be a boy, they put a little blue balloon. And when they think it's going to be a girl, they put a little pink balloon. And then that kind of notifies everyone, oh, this person's having this gender baby. And then as they grow up, the girls typically get a higher quantity of, or higher ratio of pink items, and probably red items, and, you know, colors that are considered more softer, I guess. And then boys typically get colors that are more, you know, considered quote-unquote manly. Like you have your blue, and you have your, you know, probably brown and green and black. I would think of all of those colors as kind of, you know, those darker colors are all considered more masculine colors. It's interesting how those gender preferences exist, and also how they change over time. You know, pink, from what I understand, pink a long time ago was considered a masculine color, not a feminine color. And so, you know, when did that change occur? Why did it occur? Why do our associations, not just as individuals, but as large groups of people, why do we make these broad changes of association with the things that are around us? Why does something that is a, you know, masculine occupation over hundreds of years become a feminine occupation, and vice versa? Just very interesting to me. And that goes back to just my general interest in different cultures around the world. How do people develop their interests in certain things? Yeah. So. 44 minutes left on our little drive here. So we're getting close to our destination, Hamburg. How much time do we have left? 7 hours and 33 minutes till our next rest stop. We have 6 hours and 13 minutes to make our delivery. I can assure you we are going to make our delivery well within time. Whoa, almost ran him off the road. So that whole color association, if you have any comments on that, feel free to comment. I'd love to get in a discussion about any kind of things like that. Anything culture-based, anything where there's connotation. Anything where like the entire, anything where a large group of people agree on a specific connotation to something. That kind of stuff just really gets me going mentally. I love to consider the implications of it and the origins of it and all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah. All the way down to, like, you know, dress code. When it comes to dress, like in the U.S., it is frequently associated that women have to be. This is the connotation and the stereotype, mind you. This isn't something I'm saying is right or is normal, is yada yada yada. All I'm saying is is the connotation. The connotation in the U.S. is that women are generally supposed to be spend more time on getting, you know, putting on their face. They call it putting on makeup, putting on dresses, putting on things that look nice, being well dressed. And then men are considered, you know, and women are supposed to do a lot with their hair, for instance. Men, it's the connotation in this country, the generalized connotation that men are supposed to not take good care of their hair, and they're not supposed to spend time on their appearance. There's even a really popular thing called, at least it was popular years ago, I don't know if it's still popular, but there was a really popular thing called bedhead, and it was the idea that, you know, these guys would get out of bed, they would style their hair, but they would make it look like they just rolled out of bed and went straight to wherever they were going. And so a guy's entire image that he was trying to portray to the outside world was this idea that he didn't spend any time on how he looked or his image, because those were seen as, again, giant double air quotes here, feminine qualities. But then you go to other cultures outside of the U.S., you go to other cultures around the world, and it's considered, in some other cultures, this is considered normal. In some other cultures, it's considered that men who dress really well and style their hair really well and look really nice, who spend time on their appearance, that these men are actually wealthy and are, you know, good men. You know, it's a good masculine quality to take really good care of your hygiene, your personal hygiene, and your personal image, your dress, your hair, stuff like that. So it's just so fascinating to me that, you know, why did it become the norm or the connotation in America that you know, guys shouldn't spend time on their image? And why did it become the norm in this other country, or these other countries, that men should spend time on their image because that's something masculine that a man should do, you know? How did these things originate? Just fascinating stuff. And when I say, you know, how did they originate, I'm not necessarily, you know, saying because I don't know. I've done a lot of research on stuff like this, and so I kind of know a lot of the origins of preferences of peoples like this. It's something I take great pride in, you know, studying a lot of. But it's really exciting to kind of research and figure it out yourself. We can talk about it though if this is something you guys are interested in. Feel free to let me know. But yeah, I kind of know where those preferences come from, and it makes a lot of sense when you actually do the research. Take a right here. Why do we have to have a red light? What happens if we go across here? Do we get a red light? Do we get a red light ticket if we go across? Yes, we do. Oh, I was doing that specifically to test. I apologize. That was purely for scientific research. I wanted to know if the red light counted if we went across the sidewalk. Apparently it does. So we're going to just go ahead and not even try today and just hit the button. Fuel tanker delivered. It was explosive. Thank goodness we hit that button in time. Enthusiast. ADR class 3, got 93 EXP. We didn't get any more money. Proficiency bonus. We were proficient, so we got more money for that because we are higher level. Long distance delivery skill rank 2 gives us more money here. Base reward there. Yeah, cool. So we got a little bonus there. Probably would have got more bonus if we parked it, but we didn't park it. Alright, so thank you for watching. I really appreciate you guys taking time to watch these videos. It makes me very happy to make them. It also makes me happy that it makes you happy to watch them. So if you like this video and like this series, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. It does help us out quite a bit. When you do those kind of things, it helps boost us up the search rankings, and then you can help other people discover this wonderful thing that you have started to enjoy with us. Thank you to the car behind me that just rear-ended me. That was very nice of you. So I'm going to take a break here. I already said that. All right, and remember, while I'm driving around and exploring Hamburg, keep it clean.